This is the one, right? So exercise number 7. So what we had done already. This report was created using the hyperlinks. So when you click on BR1 or BR2, what happens is you will be jumping to the some other report and some other report will be displayed. So this is known as a sublink, hyperlink report or drill-through reports. Okay. When you click here, you will be again jumping to the original report. So here we have two reports, but once you click here, you will be jumping to another report. So this is a sub report. This is known as a hyperlink report or drill-through report or jump reports. But now we are talking about when you click on BR1 here, you should not, jump to another report. Below only you should be able to get BR1 data. So when you click on BR2, below only you should be able to get BR2, details. When you click on BR4, below BR4 you should be able to get BR4 data. So the another report gets rendered within this report. In this report is known as a sub report. So let me create that. So I can see how we can create a sub report. Points, you have to create two reports, and one is the main report, the other one is a sub report. Then both of them will have a table report. Okay, so how to do that? Create two reports, create parameter report with following, and create another report with the following. Already we had done it, but same thing, I'm also doing once again. So create a parameter report. Data set is select star from account master where branch ID equals to BR ID. So let me quickly open bits. Go to new report, add new item, report number 9, I think. Yes. Already you have known all of them. So bank data source dot, and let me use Indian Bank. Let me create. This is the query I'm using it. The query is select star from account master where BR ID equals to, this is a parameter report. And use the same data source. Let me write the query first. Bank select star from A master. Okay, A. Right, the query is quite perfect. Now where ID equals to @BRID. So this is the query. I'm just using it, parameterized query. Working fine, and click OK. The data set, drag and drop quickly a table, and let me create name and address. I may have branch ID, and that's it. So this is a simple report which I have created. Keep it. And the remaining things you don't need, you need to delete the complete space. So make sure that you're doing perfectly on this. Otherwise, the unnecessarily blank spaces will be created when you export this report to PDF files. So you have to be very clear on that. So you can just align it properly if you want to. So save and preview. Okay, now this is working fine. And BR1 data I have. This is a report, normal report which I have created. It is not a sub report. Let me create another report and check. Another report, I'll use this report. Okay. working perfectly. Then create another report. Report number 10, new report, add new item. Exercise number 10. This would have main report for you. Go to port source, add source, then my data src. Now quickly embed it, then dot, then same Indian bank I'm using. I'll create another data set. So that is query I need to write. We have one more table in this called branch master. So let me this TBO, which is not needed as of now. So I have branch and all of them, but I don't need all of them. Let me take BRID and BR name. Or you can take all of them. There is no issue also. So let me take all of them and just keep it here. We go to toolbox and drag and drop a table here. Have table. I have branch ID, but I don't need the second column. I'm just deleting it. I don't need the third column, simply deleting it. And I don't need the heading also, simply deleting it, delete row. I have only one thing. Now let me and increase this the bit. Now I have, if you want to bold it, you can just bold it. And if you want to change the color, change the color. Okay, no bold. Now below this, I would like to have a inside group below. So I'm just inserting a below one line. In this, I would like to create a sub-report. So when I'm clicking on BRID, the BRID data need to be displayed within this report. Now the below, how do I do that? So right click on this, right click, insert row, insert group, inside group below. So you will get a row here. So in this, I would like to, call the exercise number 1. So go to toolbox quickly and drag and drop sub-report. So I'm just simply dragging and dropping sub-report. Now, sub-report has some properties to set. Okay. Now, right click and go to sub-report properties. Now, if you go here, by default, use this sub-report as a sub-report. So, which is a sub-report? The previous report, that is exercise number 1. I have to create. So that's I have given. Visibility sub-report you should not show. You have to hide it initially. Okay. So that's what you have to do. Then click on parameters. So when you clicking on the report number 9 will take a parameter. So add the parameter as branch ID. So you have a branch ID here. This will go as a branch ID there. Okay. So if you go to exercise number 1, this is taking a parameter. Just preview it, you will be able to understand. Okay. Now I have to provide the BR1 as a parameter, then the report gets displayed. Okay. So hence I have used the parameter settings in exercise number 10. So here right click, I'm doing this stuff once again. So you have to go to sub reports tab, and here use this report as a sub report. Which report you have to call, that report you have to use, and visibility you have to make it hide, and parameters you have to just go here, and from the current report you need to pass BRID to the BRID of the exercise number 9. So click OK. Now you're ready with the report. So click on preview. Now you will be getting a data like this. So when you, there is a small thing I forgot. So let me quickly go back. So right click, sub report properties. and display can be toggled by this report item. This is, we need to put it here as branch ID. So show hide and display can be toggled by this report item branch ID. This we have to put it. So click OK. Now save button and preview. Now what happens is you will get like this. Okay. Now if you need BR1 data or BR1 details, now you have to click on plus symbol. The data will be displayed here. When you don't need, so you click on branch BR2 data, you make sure you're getting BR2 data here. Okay. Now the below report actually another report, but that report getting displayed in this report. So this is known as a sub report. So like that you can call many number of charts, many number of reports. So for example, when I call BR2 data, I would like to see the chart here. Then people will appreciate BR3 data will be, BR3 hyperlink will be here, but the chart will be displayed. But chart is another report for you. Okay. So when they wanted to click on the chart, they can just go through that. Otherwise, they don't. Like that, you can have many things, but this is a sub report for you. The sub report is getting displayed or the rendered within the main report. Clear? So this is how you should be able to create. I don't have the data for BR9, so it is not displayed data here. So I have some data. Clear? So make sure that everything is working fine. This is very simple report and very fantastic one to create. So you can have other details also. BR1, the amount also you can display. BR1, the total amount is here. The details are given below. When they click on the details, they can see the complete details there. Okay. BR1 data, there's some other details, the address of the branch, HOD, all of them can be displayed along with BR1. So let me show you how I have done this report. Go back to design once again. Okay. So first thing is that I have created a simple exercise number 1 with a data sets, data source, and this one. This is actually a data set. This is the first report you have to create. So, okay. Now first report has a parameter. So preview, you need to provide parameter. Okay, which is working fine. This is the first one. The second one which I have created. So go back here. Data sources is bank and data set is very simple. I have created and I have taken branch master without any parameters. So click OK. Now go to a table and drag and drop a table. In the table, what I have done, I have taken the table like this. I have taken branch ID. The remaining columns are simply deleted. Okay. And right click on this, I insert a row below. That's what I have done here. I have dragged and dropped a sub report. So go to toolbox, drop, and if you want to increase the space, just increase the space and simply align it if you want to. Otherwise, okay. Now right click on this sub report and sub report properties. Go to general tab, which is a sub report for you. That sub report you have to call. The sub report is 9. Make it hide and the display can be toggled by the report item. So when you're calling the main report, the sub report need to be hidden but when you click on BRID, the BRID need to be displayed. Okay, then go to parameter. Sub report has a parameter. The parameter is you need to pass BRID from main report. That will be taken as a value there. So click OK. So go to general, choose the sub report, go to visibility, choose hide, choose BRID, go to parameters, click on add, provide BRID, then you are ready with the sub report. So save and preview. That's it. So I'm just deleting this. You can simply do this. So click here. You should be able to get all the sub reports if you want. So this is how you should be able to create a sub reports. Anything else? If you have any questions, please ask on sub reports. The the another report gets rendered within the main report is known as a sub report for you. Sub reports are very, very, very much useful when you have, multiple reports. So you can have 3 to 4, sub reports within the main reports. I showed you only one, but you can practice with many more as well. One is the text, one is the chart, one is the pie chart, one is the graph. Like that, you can have many kinds of things. Do that. Okay. Now, after that, so let us discuss about, so almost we had done with the, now let us discuss about report management. So what is a report management? And initially spoken about, you have to create a report. And once you create a report, you should be able to, deploy, and once you deploy the report, you should be able to manage and deliver the reports. Okay, all of them we had discussed. So let me quickly show you this. So I'm just showing that option for you. So in the report management, we discussed about the reporting life cycle, right? One is you should know how to create a report. That is known as authoring part. Once you create a report, you should be able to deploy the report to the web server or the report server where the reports are stored. So people can, access them online. So once you have there, you should be able to manage the report centrally. Then you have to use a delivery mechanism to send the reports to the end users. So you have authoring part we have completed till today. So creating a drill down report, drill through report, charting, making sub reports, all of them we discussed so far. That means only authoring part is over. So today, let us discuss about how do you manage a report. So you have to uh, discuss about management part. Management part will be taken care by the actually DBAs, not a developer. It's okay. So as a developer, you have to create a report using a bits, but you will not be able to, manage a report, and you will not be able to deliver the report because you will not be having a sufficient permissions. But if you're in a DBA team, then definitely you should be able to take management and delivery. So as a developer, what you have to do is, as a developer, you should be able to take only the authoring part. Okay. But who will take care of management and delivery part? Management and delivery part will be taken care by the admin people or DBA people. Okay. This is as a dev, you have to taken care. Please remember this. Okay. This will be taken care by the DBA people only or admin people only. Okay. And this part also taken care by DBA or admin people only. So, but why are we learning these two concepts, management and delivery? In interviews, people would ask the questions about management and delivery also. But even though the responsibility is not lying with you, but you should be able to tell how do you manage a report and where you can manage the report. Where we can manage the report, reports can be managed in a web portal. So I have told you the URLs, right? HTTP server name / reports. That is the URL you have to use to manage the report. And delivery also can be done in that same report manager. Okay. But as a developer, do I need to do management and delivery? The answer is no. You will not be able to do that because you will not be having a permissions there. But what is the role of a developer? The role of MSBI developer or the programmer is to create only authoring portion you have to use it. So only bits you will be able to use, and you should be able to deploy the report. Once you deploy the report, your job ends there. So the next team member, next team will come and they'll manage the report. They will deliver the reports. Okay. But anyhow, even though that is DBA's role, but you need to understand. But people may ask in interview, do you know how to deliver a report? Do you know how to, create subscriptions and all? So let us understand what are the activities you will do, perform in as part of a management, okay, phase and delivery phase. So let us see. Consists of following. So you have to provide a security to the report. You need to provide authentication and authorization for the report. The second thing is subscriptions. What is the purpose of a subscriptions? Subscriptions are used to deliver the report to the end user. So that is the purpose of subscriptions. So the subscriptions deliver report end user. This is the purpose of creating a subscription. Okay, so we have two kinds of subscriptions. One is a push, the other one is the pull. And the next one we're talking about caching a report. What do you mean by caching a report? When we have a report and the report is taking lots and lots of time to open because report has lots of data. To increase the performance, what normally do this, they'll have a caching. So once you cache the report, what happens is the actual data will be cached in a report server temp DB or in a cache. So next time when you open the report, what happens is the report is faster. The caching is used to speed up the process. Okay, then you will have expiry of a cache also. Okay. Then we have snapshot of a report. What is a snapshot of a report? Now, for example, I have created a sales report. Sales report. So sales data every day and every month it would be changing. Or if I take any summary of given branch details, a branch summary, everything it will change. But I would like to compare the previous month data with the current month data. So if you take branch BR1 data in last month and branch BR1 details in this month, definitely you would the details would vary. Okay. So I would like to take a snapshot in the Jan, in Feb, in March, in April, May. So every month 31st, what I am doing is I am taking a snapshot of the report and keeping. What do you mean by snapshot? So you take a copy of the report of a snapshot and you will store it. So when you run the report next time in Feb 30th, Feb 28th, what happens is definitely the data underlying tables would be modified. So you will have a fresh data in the report. But if you want to compare the sales between Feb and Jan, so you have a snapshot for Jan, you have a snapshot for Feb, you can easily compare. If you want to compare data with the previous data, then you need to take a snapshot for the report and keep it. Snapshot will have data of the previous table, previous month or week. Okay, I would like to compare previous week data with current week data. So what is that you have to do? Every Sunday or every Monday, you have to take a snapshot and you can compare last Monday data with this Monday data, because last Monday will have a snapshot, snapshot of last Monday. Current Monday you can compare. If you want to compare, then definitely people would go for a snapshot of a report. You can have many snapshots. Then you can keep snapshots if you want to. Otherwise, you can have expiry date. And after I reach 20 snapshots, again start with one, like that. Okay. All of them you can do using a report management. So you can also upload a report using RDL file. So I have created a report. I am giving you an RDL file to you in a pen drive. So that you can take the RDL file in a pen drive. You can simply go to report management and upload the RDL file. So once you upload, it is similar to deploying a report. So there are two ways of deploying. One is you can use bits to deploy, or you can take RDL file and straight away you can go to report manager and upload a file. So automatically which will get deployed. So this is also one more way of uploading. Uploading means a deploying. Report, you can delete report. If you want to modify a report, you can modify a report. Everything can be done using a report management. So if you want to modify anything that can be doing, you can do as a DBA here. And you can also maintain data source. Tomorrow the server name gets modified. You will have old servers gets modified to new servers. Our bank database became Indian Bank. Our Indian Bank became S Bank. Whatever be the case, you have to change the data source settings. All of them are available in our report management. Just go there. You can modify the server name. If you want to modify the query, you can also modify. So data set, data source, then report, everything you can modify, and you have a centralized place where you can, monitor and you can modify the report, modify everything. Okay, so once you deploy a report, you need not have a bits. But if you want to further create new reports, you have to go for a bits. Otherwise, you should not be going for that. Then the next concept is creating a linked reports. This is a new concept. Definitely people would ask the questions on linked reports. The linked reports I'm just holding. I'll explain this later. Report builder. So this is a tool which is a part of report manager. So using report builder can create and hack reports by end users. For example, you should be able to create a report and give it to the end user, to the CEO or board of directors. But board of directors needs a report, but that report they have to create on their own, or you are not available to support them. For example, after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, if you are not available in the office, but they need a report on urgent basis, ad hoc basis. So that's when SQL Server has given a tool called Report Builder. Using Report Builder, end user can create a report. Okay, so using this report builder, you can only create simple reports, not complex. If you want to create complex report, again, you have to go for the developer. Developer use bits. Using bits, you can create very complex report, but not using a builder. Builder will give you a simple wizard. Using a wizard, you can create very simple table report and the matrix report, but not very complex, which is end user tool. You have to be understanding this. So when you use these reports will be deployed to report server automatically. When you use report builder, you need not deploy again. So automatically the report will be created, automatically deployed to the report manager or the report server, so that it will be online. But only end user tool it is. So bits is for you, report management is for the DBAs, report builder is for the end users. Okay, so you can create end user tool. The report builder version is 3.0 currently. I'll show you all of them in the demo, so don't worry. Okay. Okay, so we have a report builder which is not in the bits, which is there in the report management. Okay, I'll show you that. So in the bits, you will not be having this tool. Report builder is a separate tool which comes with report manager. So you have to use HTTP localhost/reports. You will find the report builder there. Okay, which is not available in bits. So please remember this. Okay, so these are the points we have to understand. So we have used two URLs. One is report server, server name reports. This is a report manager URL. Then report server end user URL. So HTTP localhost report server. The below URL will be given to the end users. The above URL /reports is known as a report manager URL. This will be given to the DBAs. Okay, when you configure reporting services. Okay, now using the report manager, all these things can be done. What are the things? All security, subscription, caching, snapshot, upload report, delete report, then maintain, create linked reports, report build. All of them will be done using the above URL. What is the URL? Server name /reports, localhost/reports. This is known as a report manager URL. So purely web administration only. You cannot, go to bits and do the administration. You have to be very clear on it. You have to go to a URL or you have to go to a website and do the management. All right. We can access end user reports and modify the same. Yes. So everything is managed in reports. So whatever you are seeing in report server, all of them can be managed in the reports, because this is a centralized portal where all reports are managed. Whatever the reports you have deployed to the report server, all of them will be part of a reports, the management part. Okay, so this is, and this and that not is separate. This and that, both of them are two ways. One will have read-only permissions. Report server will have only read-only, but reports has read and write permissions. So you can modify, you can do many things. But both of them will have, all the reports. But report manager, using that you can have read and write. But end user /report server, using this you can only read. That's it. Okay. The tools we had seen till now, we had seen a bits, that is development, people will use it. Then report manager, DBA or admin people will use it. Report builder and user will do it. Okay. So this is what we have to understand. Okay. Okay. Now, definitely, Ravi, end user will not be able to do that. No, he will not go to report server. He will be always in the reports, slash reports, that is a report management. He can just go to a report management, then update the report. Then end user, once they come to online, they can see the fresh report only because everything is monitored by the report management. So end user can see the modifications. End user can see the modifications when they go to, okay, because it is a centralized folder. Okay, that's it. So how you need to understand is you need to understand like this. So I have a bits here and I have a web report server here. Now bits is the where you should be able to create a report. Okay, this is a report server. Now in the report server, one set of people will access the report server using different this one. The other set of the people will access using. So you create a report, you just deploy it to the report server. Okay. One set of guys will use report manager. Report manager URLs they'll use. These are the guys actually DBAs or admin people. Okay. So what these guys will have, they can read the report and they can write or modify the report. Okay. Then you have another set of people. Those set of people are called end users. Users also connect using different URL, but these are simply a readers. So when a report is getting modified using this, that means this is getting modified in this. And same thing can be, you can see as end user. So end user and report manager, these guys are connecting to the same report server. So, but one end user can simply read, but other user can read and modify. That's it. So you will be able to develop a report using this and you push it. So once you push, the reports are available within this. Okay. So you can modify, you can create all of them using a report manager. Okay. So that is what you need to understand. You have a bits. From bits, you push the report to the report server. So report server can be accessible using two URLs. One is HTTP, right? HTTP, say localhost normally will give, or otherwise you need to give a different. This is the reports. This is actually a report manager. Okay. Now here end user will have a different thing. Server. Okay. But this URL only for the reading purpose. The above URL is only for the read and write. Because both of them will connect to the same server. You have to understand this. Clear? Okay, guys. Any questions so that you should be able to understand. But only two ways to connect to the report server. One user will connect to report server using report manager. The other servers will connect to the head. So this is how you should be able to understand the picture. Now tomorrow I'll show you how to create subscriptions and all, and we'll continue further on.